Believing the earth is flat is one of the strangest beliefs of 2020. And yeah, there's a few others. But the one that confounds me the most is flat earthers believing the entire universe, the planets, the stars, the nebula, and all the galaxies aren't real. But instead, there's some kind of computer generated fantasy invented by NASA to hide the truth of the flat earth. Well, that is just fucking insane. Hi there. So it's no secret that a small but loud group of flat people believing with all their special God given brain capacity that space or anything outside their prison domed world doesn't exist. And the rest of us space believing heathens are just Star Wars, Star Trek fanboys accepting images of the universe as fact so we can all collectively jack off over them or some shit. Except for the first few photos I showed at the start, all the photos and time lapses in this video were taken by me. Now, I personally can't go to space, but if we ignore for a moment that hundreds of people have already been to space and thousands upon thousands of people have been involved in making those incredible journeys into space possible, what we're left with is ground observations. But seeing as every astronomer on Earth is part of the conspiracy to hide the flat Earth, all we have left is our own observations. As some of you may know, I recently bought a camera capable of photographing the stars, and as an extension of my own senses, it's awesome. It's an entry-level DSLR, but for an unprofessional such as myself, it's just what I need to catch some deep space photons. The human eye is an amazing tool for seeing the world around us and helping us experience daily life, but when it comes to low light observation or faraway objects such as nebulas or galaxies, it kinda sucks. We can use binoculars or telescopes to give us a better view, but they're still limited by the light collecting ability of our eyes. I've spent half of my life looking at the night sky through telescopes, and that experience has been life changing. But now the existence of the universe is at stake. Well, sort of. On social media it is. A few years ago, I went onto Twitter to share my love of the universe and the Earth, but around 2017, I was swiftly informed that all the images I've been posting were fake. But the only way to truly know the truth was to take my own photos and own observations. But the camera I had at that time wasn't great for astrophotography. It was okay, and I still enjoyed photographing the stars, but it was better suited to landscape and daytime photography, so I concentrated on that. The flat earthers that suggested I make my own observations also said they would do the same. Of course, never did, and are still just making memes. I won't name them, but they know exactly who they are. Anyway, I'm really getting a bit bored of flat earthers. I've made a few videos directly about them, and editing them was probably one of the most painful experiences I've had making videos. I seriously don't know how people do it day in, day out. I still enjoy shitposting at flat earthers on Twitter and making videos debunking the flat earth and stuff. I'll still make and present observations proving the earth is a globe, but I'm not going to do a commentary channel. I know they're really popular and a great way to get views and subscribers, but it's just not me. And all of you know the earth is a globe anyway, so whatever. Maybe now and again I will. I just love matching science with reality, showing off our beautiful world and sky. Yes, I'm right into astrophotography at the moment, but I'm not turning into an astrophotography channel. I'm just making more observations. For me, it's not about the perfect photo of space. It's about exploring the sky and capturing these amazing objects as best I can. If you all want to see that process, just let me know. For me, shooting photos like these is kind of like, oh my freaking God, can you believe this, man? Seriously, I'm over the moon. I am seriously over the freaking moon about capturing these photos myself. I can't stop looking at them. I'm high on this shit. I freaking love it. Yeah, it's like that. I've always had an appreciation of astrophotography, but after having a serious go at it myself, wow, it's really hard. Rewarding, but extremely difficult to get it right. I love the photos I've been getting, but I know they're not as good as they could be. But that thought is also really cool. The fact that it can just be pushed. There's no limit to how far and how good astrophotography can get. A couple of my favourite astrophotographers, like these here, these are from a guy called Astro Geist. Some of you may know him as Geist View. I've seen many a flat earther online think these are fake, which is just sad. I featured a bunch of his photos in a video about flat earthers being terrified of space. I'll put that in the description for anyone interested. My other favourite astrophotographer is Demeter Alexandria. You'll find most of her stuff on the Flickr photo sharing site. She does some fantastic stuff too. I thought I'd make a bit of a longer video this time, have a bit of a ramble. I've made a lot of short videos lately, mainly because videos longer than a few minutes can get a bit tedious to watch, and they're usually directed at you-know-who. But there seems to be a few of you that still watch and enjoy the videos regardless of the topic. I get plenty of really encouraging comments from most of you, and that in a way keeps me going. Some of you also give me some really cool observation ideas. Definitely keep them coming. I've actually got a few observations that I try each month, depending on how much time I've got and the weather. One of them is trying to film the full moon rising over the water at sunset. Here's my last attempt. The clouds screwing me as usual, but it still turned out alright with the moon rays shining through the clouds. Last weekend I took my son and a couple of his friends exploring near the coast. That's my son there in the grey clothes. I managed to get a little bit of footage and photos. This is a place called Fingal Bay. I often come here to take photos and videos. It's absolutely beautiful. And as you can see, another beautiful winter's day. I did get a couple of photos of sinking ships. I thought this one here was pretty cool. It looks like the ship is moving through really large waves, but the ocean in the foreground is fairly calm, meaning the large swell is also over the horizon. I got a little bit of footage of that too, but I didn't have my tripod, so the footage is wobbly as hell. Alright then, I think I've rambled enough. If any of you are still watching, thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves out there, and see ya.